What's up? What's up? It's the one HODLs. We back in here with another video, y'all. It is Sunday afternoon, and we are nearing the end of fourth quarter 2023, which should be your Jordan year, as we are the cryptocurrency industry is approaching the Bitcoin halving event in less than 200 days. Also approaching the first approval for a Bitcoin spot ETF, predicted to be maybe in the next 60 days or something. I don't know. So if you've been preparing up to this point, if you've been in this holding Bitcoin specifically for the past however long, congratulations, you're a front ran Wall Street. You front ran BlackRock, you front ran Fidelity, Vanguard, ARK Investments, Charles Schwab, everybody. And if you've done so, if you continue to do that, make sure that you do that responsibly. Purchase through a peer-to-peer decentralized exchange such as HODL.com, which we'll get into a little bit in this video of why that mode of acquiring, accumulating, even if you're trying to exchange it or sell it, is probably the best method going forward. So once you acquire as much of that as you can, then look into storing it in a secure wallet, a good cold storage wallet, which would be what I consider down in the description below. Cold card wallet. Cold card wallet is only specific, it's Bitcoin specific, and open source, so which is really critical if you're looking for that transparency, right? Transparency is the best method for ensuring your security, because you don't have to worry about a company hiding any code. You know, you want the code for everything to be disclosed in this, when you're in this field of investing, because funny business happens. I think that also segues into what this topic is going to be about, which is recently Senator Elizabeth Warren of the United States Congress has created a bill. I think she's created a lot of bills. Now, what most people don't understand about bills is that anyone can present a bill. The bill has to be voted on in Congress, and I think it needs to be 2/3 vote or something. And from that point, it passes on to the president, who signs it into law. So she's presented a bill for crypto, right? Wanting it to be, in a sense, I guess the mission of it is to just based on me reading the front page of it. I'm not getting into no bills. I don't really care. But when you're focused on Bitcoin, you don't care, because Bitcoin is a legitimate decentralized network. So, but in respective to this, what they're presenting could be a shockwave. It's just an ongoing attack and poke at the entire cryptocurrency industry, particularly shitcoins, as a lot of them are exposed to U.S. markets. They're based in the U.S. They have central planners, foundation CEOs, boards, so forth. And a lot of them rely on centralized exchanges for the retail investor, who is majority the holder of these tokens, because institutions have not been given green light on these altcoins per SEC guidance, that they are not protected by the SEC when it comes to altcoins. So retailers are the ones who are typically going to be holders and buyers, and if they're the ones who's going to rely heavily on centralized exchanges to quote unquote cash out, or to convert those coins, their bags, into fiat. So with this bill, It looks like it's more so wanting to address the anti-money laundering aspect to prevent that, as they're using the excuse of I forget which country it is, but Hamas or whatever was going on, these wars across seas, utilizing a cryptocurrency to transact and fund terror. And this could be a very persuading and compelling argument to get some of this bill, to even get this bill considered. And what may come to pass when I think of anti-money laundering, from my experience working in the banking industry, because that's something I'm very familiar with, is know your customer, which is already enforced on exchanges. But what would be even more enforced on it is wanting transparency from these altcoins, from these companies that run these altcoins. And that would require them to give full disclosure on the issuance of their coins, their financials. They may even go into as far as requiring full disclosure to investors for those tokens, aka registering as security. In my opinion, that seems like the logical steps going forward with that. And I think that's very important at this point. What's up, boss? I think this is very important for investors to pay attention to. I think retailers who are in the shitcoin business have proven to be very stubborn when it comes to new information, new changes in the market. Very fundamental and critical changes in the market. So you can't ignore regulation. You can't get around it. Now, Bitcoin, I think, would be also considered in some way as a part of the regulation. My thoughts on that is that Bitcoin doesn't have a leader, doesn't have a CEO, never had a crowd sale or IPO. It just is. It is a commodity, and such. The SEC has basically doubled down and tripled down on that idea. I think SEC guidance will come into play on that bill, and it maybe at best or at worst there could be some type of encroachment on the privacy of a Bitcoin wallet. Not the ones that are on centralized exchanges. We know centralized exchanges are under lock. We're talking about the self-custody private wallets, the cold storage wallets. And I think that's something definitely to fight for. Anybody, whether you're with Bitcoin or not, it's because it's a part of freedom of speech, freedom of expression. So it's going to be interesting times. Just wanted to share that with y'all, man. I hope you're stacking responsibly. Like I said, I believe that peer-to-peer, acquiring whatever you can acquire in peer-to-peer rather than on a centralized exchange is probably the best. It's probably an insurance policy on your insurance policy. It's an insurance policy on your insurance policy. Your insurance policy is your Bitcoin. If possible, non-KYC peer-to-peer Bitcoin is an insurance policy on that. That's all I got for today, man. Y'all take care. Talk to you soon.